was an excellently evil success. Why, if the snake attack had been any more of a surprise, I wouldn't have known about it myself.
General Plastro?
Yes, little man?
Colonel Grimm and the Sarge have escaped our forces and have captured a blue intelligence officer and... Well, to make matters worse, Sarge found one of our portals.
What?
Colonel Grimm and Sarge have escaped...
I heard you! It was a rhetorical what? Does anyone else have any good news they'd like to share?
No, sir. Not me. Nothing.
That portal must not fall into green hands. Now double the men to secure the perimeter. And as for Colonel Grimm, perhaps we can find some other way to persuade him to surrender. Hundreds of our courageous soldiers, dead from Plastro's new superweapon, a death ray. That monster, that evil, maniacal tyrant, that thing is barbaric, it's merciless! Can we build one? Negative. Our engineers don't have the technology. We've never seen anything like this. Then where is Plastro getting these magnificent, horrific weapons? From a world outside our own, son. The Blue Spy revealed that these weapons were found in a parallel dimension and transported here through a device they're calling a portal. A portal? That must be what I chased that Blue Spy through. Apparently so. Spy also confirmed that the members of Bravo Company are being held hostage in different enemy camps. Your first priority is to get your squad back together.
Right. First member of the Commandos we've got to save is a guy named Riff. He carries around a bazooka, but he won't ever fire it. Shame. We could certainly use it in this mission. The enemy has plenty of tanks and... Wait. Did I just see one of them floating for a few seconds? Never mind. Let's just let it pass by. I'd rather not go up against a tank with grenades unless we got some kind of advantage. And we're not gonna have any advantages with all these infantry around to support that tank. A bazooka to try to kill an infantryman? Certainly extreme. Considering the fact we just survived a direct hit, it's official. The Sarge is a walking tank. He's got the approximate endurance of a tank at any rate. Unfortunately, this kind of justifies the enemy's use of bazookas to kill a single man! Ah, so now we can deploy mines. It's probably a good idea to put one in the path of the tank that's patrolling this piece of the road. At the very least, it'll ruin the damn thing's treads, assuming the game's designers actually let these things take damage on their treads. Great. I'm suddenly worried the tank will just keep rolling and this will turn out to be a very unsafe place to hide. Okay, while there's no visible damage to the treads, at least the mine got it to stop moving. Now let's destroy this bastard! This would be a little less annoying if the targeting circle didn't move between grenades. Still, we're out of his line of fire, so we can afford to have that kind of annoying flaw. Fortunately, there are plenty more tanks, and while mines can disable them, they don't kill them. Which makes the fact that we got several mines a lot less useful, since tanks are the only thing they're good against. While technically they can also do a number on infantry, we'd have to know the infantry would walk there. Otherwise, we'd be giving ourselves a hazard instead of hurting the enemy. Speaking of hurting the enemy, I'd say now is a nice opportunity to snipe some infantry. They're a little too clustered together for me to feel confident running into the middle of them. There! Now I'm not as worried about becoming Swiss cheese. Still, let's move close to those rocks in case some more pop up out of nowhere. There's certainly more cover from that angle. again, cover can be more of a hindrance than a help in this game. Hell, it's best to be out in the open and able to strafe than it is to be behind a crate or rock in this game, especially with these iffy hitboxes. I'm surprised the Tans aren't already on high alert. They've already lost a tank and several infantry. I certainly would have expected the sound of a tank blowing up would raise an alarm, even if they don't regularly check the status of their soldiers. Okay, if there's one thing this game really doesn't need, it's silence. Silence only really works when a game is trying to make a tense atmosphere, and frankly, this game just can't pull off tense. Besides, the music is one of the things I like about this game. It just feels wrong without it. Please tell me some music starts up when we enter the enemy base. Well, that health kit is going to be completely wasted. Why didn't they put it on the bottom? Ah, another tank. Great, it sees us. There doesn't seem to be any good way we can deal with it from here with what we've got. Sure, we could try the grenade launcher, but I don't have enough ammo to afford missing. And I don't remember just how many tanks there are in this mission, or when we'll get more explosive ammo. Come on. Get closer, you son of a bitch. Okay, let's try now. Hard for me to tell if we're damaging that tank. Okay. Why did that one blow up in our face? Finally, that one's done. I'd say now is as good a time as any to get down there. Really? They bothered giving the Colonel a cheesy codename like Sly Fox, but didn't give the Sarge anything the enemy wouldn't be able to crack easily. Anyway, I can't help but chuckling at the fact that the Colonel felt the need to tell us to kill as many enemies as possible in order to make our escape easier. Seriously, it's not like I leave a lot of survivors when I go through an area. Now that I think about it, it seems strange that the tan soldier who reported to Plaster referred to us as Sarge. Why should the enemy refer to this character as just Sarge? Why should Sarge be enough for the enemy to know who this is? I kind of think they should have mentioned his name or something. Granted, this isn't the first game in the Army Men series. However, the continuity between them was a bit iffy. A PC game I had some fun with over the years, named Army Men 2, was a lot more gritty, and by God was it a toughie. Granted, the 4 games in the series I'm going to play were made when the series was in decline and the company was on the road to bankruptcy, but still, the fact that they didn't take themselves too seriously gave them a charm that I've never seen in other games. Besides, it's easier to link the 4 games I have in mind as mostly standalone stories that occur in the same world than it is to link the entire series as one coherent story. It'd be like combining different bits of Robin Hood movies and trying to make them all make sense. Sure, the character names might not change, but when the tone of the story is remarkably different, and it's hard to link the two together in your head. So anyone who is open to see the old PC games LP'd, sorry. If you'll excuse me, I have to go find a med kit and possibly ask what deity saved me from a quick, embarrassing death today. If it weren't for the fact that I was busy saying something I felt was important, I'd have probably screamed rather pathetically when we took that explosive to the face. Still, The fact that we're being threatened that severely in the 4th mission of a 16, maybe 17 mission game is making me feel a little nervous. Great, another tank in the next area. I hope we have enough explosives. Okay, it's a lot closer than I expected. Why do I get the feeling I missed? Yeah. Probably a better idea to use grenades against targets that don't move. I'm surprised we haven't seen any infantry in this section of the prison yet. I'm also surprised we haven't seen any prisoners so far. This is a prison, right? Why else would Riff be here? Great, a sniper on the tower. Are you kidding me? The tank's hitbox is how large? In that case, why didn't the first grenade we threw at the tank manage to hit it? Is it even practical to destroy a moving tank with grenades? No. At least we hit it that time. Kinda have to wonder what the tank crew is saying to each other. Oi! Dom! Have we been hit? I can't really tell, James. All I can tell is we've been doing this for 13 hours straight. Are low on fuel, and by God do I have to piss. We wouldn't be doing this dull job in this dull base if you hadn't done your girlfriend on General Plastro's desk. I should probably stop imagining what the Tans might be thinking. I might get too attached to them when we kill them, and that would be just plain weird. Wait, there's another? I can't see him. Either the game is glitched out, or the enemy has some kind of cloaking technology. Aha! Laying down on his belly. Considering how inaccurate shotguns are in this game, that's the worst possible thing he could have done.
Good to go.
Now that this piece of the base is nice and clear, time to move on to the next one. Maybe then we'll see some prisoners. Oh, you're kidding me! They're pulling some cheap spawning on us again? This is getting bloody ridiculous! It's like they were trying to design this game to be as frustrating as possible, killing you off cheaply, forcing you to start the mission over again. It's that sort of design decision that makes people more likely to use cheat codes, or worse, a Game Shark. And yes, I do own a Game Shark cartridge for the N64, and got it specifically because some games were so frustrating to play that I wouldn't even touch them without some kind of help. But let's focus on the game at hand. We'll save other pieces of my game library for later. Fuse? Fuse on what? One of those big firecrackers? Okay, all these guards and only one prisoner in this entire base? Riff, Sarge, now's not the time to chat. You're standing right next to a lit explosive! Unfortunately, Riff doesn't lay down some bazooka blues at all, despite the fact he had a bazooka even before we saved him. Oh, now they raise an alarm! Dear God, it's not like we were subtle! We killed everyone in our path and destroyed at least 4 tanks on the way here. The fact that they had an alarm and didn't use it until we'd already passed through every section of this facility Is it too much to ask that my enemies have some intelligence? Look, I get it. They outnumber us by an insane degree, and we should take every advantage of it. But this is making me feel kind of guilty. We've got more than enough ammo to kill loads more of them. There probably aren't too many left in the compound after all the casualties they've taken so far. I'm amazed they somehow managed to get more tanks out here. So why do they need to have IQ smaller than their boot sizes? And they also have this strange pause between shots. And while I certainly appreciate it when they inexplicably appear right behind us, it's still rather odd. Anyway, that makes 6 tanks we've destroyed in this mission, and we got enough ammo to kill 1 more easily. If they got 2 more between us and the helipad, we're in deep shit. What can I say? The Reef doesn't do anything other than follow us mindlessly, and while I can understand why he won't shoot at infantry with that thing, especially infantry that might be right next to him, the fact that he won't shoot at all is kind of disappointing. He's got the perfect anti-tank weapon. This mission is tank-heavy, so you'd think he'd fire at least occasionally. But even if you stand right next to one of those damn things, he'll just stand there holding his bazooka and let Sarge lead the way. You know, the cheap tricks don't feel nearly as cheap when you see them coming. Now let's get out of here, and hopefully there's only a single tank between us and the end of the mission. The hell? The tank was shooting at their own wall? It's almost enough to make me feel like I wasted our last 2 bazooka shells. Seems to be clear sailing from here, actually. I'm almost disappointed they didn't get some more infantry out here as a desperate last attempt to keep us from getting out. No! No! We can't handle another tank! Okay. Maybe if we come at it from a certain angle, it won't notice us. Good God, I can't believe we have to rely on the enemy being dumber than dirt if we want a chance of getting out of here with Riff. But damn it, we don't have any other choice! Okay. I might regret this, but, well, let's grenade this dumbass! I can't believe it! The enemies really are that dumb in this game! So regardless of how horrible our odds are, the only way they can stop us is with cheap spawning and ridiculous numbers. I'd probably be more intimidated by a colony of ants than these posers. I wonder, are the Tans just gonna abandon this space, or will they actually bother to repopulate it?